What's going on, guys? So today on this Shoky review, we're going to be taking a look at something news, mostly from Bandai, and it is their Super MINIPLA kit of GAOMUSCLE from GAORANGER. I can never say the entire thing. However, apparently Super MINIPLA is also a different thing, because this is Shokugan Modeling Project, which is also SMP. But this is a very, very different box compared to the Gao King box, which looked like something from P Bandai, and actually just seemed to house the smaller boxes for the other Zords, whereas this, if you saw the unboxing, really just came with all the things. I bet this is very, very similarly designed to the actual original toy box. If I can find an image of that, I will bring it up here. If I found it, cool. If I didn't, I just sat there with my hand out for no reason. Either way, it shows that you've got Gao Gorilla, Gao Eagle, Gao Bear, Gao Polar. Ah, see, I didn't. And Gao Bison. Now, I mistakenly said that these came with it as well. They do not. Disregard. However, we do have a substitute. Also, we got the nice images down here that are in Japanese, and I'm not. Also, Bandai 2021 down there in the bottom corner. This is going to be an awkward box because it doesn't do the other thing. So we've got Gao Rhinos, Gao Medillo. I'm not kidding, that's what it says. And then you add that to these. You got Gao Gorilla, Gao Bear, Gao Polar. And you get GAOMUSCLE Striker. So that's the striker thing. Alright, now if you come to the back, it says, look, it also comes with Rhino and Medillo. Because, forget the word arm. Because technically, leg Medillo. I'm seriously going to call it that after the review, and you're going to like it. Alright, so up at the top here, we've got all 5 Zords combined to that. I'm just guessing that's what it says. And look, it comes with an anchor. That's definitely not that shiny. By the way, these are CG renders. These are not actual product. I assume that this little bit here says not included. If I had to guess, GAOMUSCLE, all the things, and oh hey, look, warnings and shit. Actual American warning covering up the Japanese warnings, and then, good lord, all these things. And look, little guy with the toilet. That's cool. We got PE, PP, PET, ABS, all the things. There's a thing there, and you got bandai.co.jp/candy. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the box. And I've got nubs falling out of it. Oh, look at that. You got a nice GAORANGER. It's pretty cool. Alright, let's get up all our little Zord friends. Alright, guys, so here we have the 5 included Zords with this. And, of course, we have Gao Gorilla, Gao Polar, Gao Bear, Gao Rhinos, and Gao Medillo. It's still pretty cool. It's a little itty purple thing. How that even qualifies as a whole Zord, don't ask. The whole project probably took me probably about 7 hours, give or take, between the afternoons that I managed to put it together. And by the way, if you did want to see the video of me putting it together and give my initial thoughts of each individual Zord, and then even the final Megazord in its own right, well, you'd have to be a channel member for that. And, well, if you want to sign up for a channel membership, you can, right down there, the little join thingy. That's how you do that. Now, let's go ahead and bring out the previous Zords just for comparison. And there we go. And what's really kind of crazy about this whole thing, you got to think, that and this are basically doing the same job as the core bot. And Gao Gorilla is pretty exceptionally large in comparison to the lion. And of course, our arm bots should be roughly the same size. So, I mean, here's your tiger, here's your bear, so they're roughly the same size. And then, I mean, armadillo and eagle. I'm sorry, leg medillo and eagle. You know, they're about the smallest things we got. I guess technically that would probably be ultimately the smallest. And then, you know, you got bison back there and rhino. So, I mean, I'll probably show those a little bit closer in comparison here when I go over the individual Zords and their transformations and stuff like that here in a second. In fact, let's just go ahead and do that, shall we? Alright, so first up we're going to talk about the big bruiser of the gorilla, and if you'll notice, things look a little different. I had to change the white balance so that this remotely looks like the green that it actually is instead of the very, very blue. Also lets my hands look a little bit more orangey yellow. So I've got him in kind of a chest pounding position, so you can move the arms around. This guy is covered in a few stickers, including the head. You know, you got these side stickers along there. Move his arms out of the way. You do get this red sticker right there in the chest, which is pretty good. This sticker right here that basically just adds the gold panel lining, and then arm stickers on the back side back here that also basically add just gold panel lining. Now, if I were to do this again in the future, I would 100% just do a kind of reverse wash for that, or maybe just try to very closely and neatly hand paint the gold paint in there, because these stickers are dumb and all they are doing is adding the gold. So if you'll notice here, this little bit sticking out, that's the only way you can get the arm to do this number. So to get him to normal, you saw me do it, but I'm going to point it out now. This just sort of folds into that. Now, originally I built one of these incorrectly, and it wasn't fitting up snugly at all. So that part sucked. The head does rotate. I don't believe there's not much forward and back movement, just barely anything there. And the mouth doesn't open, it's just a single plate. I guess you can get a little bit of tilt there. The shoulders can rotate, just be careful that you're not rubbing the sticker on anything. These pegs right here generally want to go into that hole right there, but if you want any articulation, you got to leave it unpegged. You do get elbow movement here, which is just good for probably 90, yeah. You also get finger movement, which is cool, so you can actually get them to hold stuff, I guess. Just kind of neat. The feetums down here at the bottom, just kind of mounted on some ball pegs, if I remember correctly, because you can see they just move around. And then this just has a nice little ball point, or ball peg, and swivel for the little feeties that are definitely not Dragon Sword guns. You know what I mean? And then on the back, you got some really nice metallic green paint with a big old scratch across it. That was right out of the box. I already had that, so no good way around that. Now, our monkey here does come with some accessories, which is pretty cool. So we want to go ahead and pull the hands off. By the way, I guess you could technically rotate the fingers that way if you want to. Where did that go? Okay, right here. And you do get these little guys, which are pretty cool. You get some, for lack of a better term, banana hands. So it's a faux hand holding big old bananas. Not gonna lie, I don't remember which way they go on, but he can grab on to some bananas, kind of like this. And I might have that wrong. Kind of hard to tell because he doesn't have thumbs, technically speaking, or he does, but I guess the fingers are equally spaced, so I can't tell the difference. So I guess if you wanted something like this, you could do it. Or if he's supposed to be doing an attack with the bananas, you know, you could have the hands out. Let's see here. Let's pull this out of the way. Also, if you want bicep rotation, you have to get that part out of the way. So if he's going to be like chucking these, it would have to be something like this. So not entirely certain what these are for, but he totally has banana hands. Just neat. The only thing that really does suck is these stickers. I would have much rather them just use a proper gold piece or something, or a silver piece or green piece and have it laid over it. It would have just been better, if I'm honest with you. I have no idea which hand goes where. I don't know. And one thing, as always, with these kits, guys, the stickers are only so good. They will peel at corners and edges if you just kind of mar them at all. Okay, so just for comparison, just next to our other chest bot in the lion, you know, who's significantly smaller, but then again, muscle supposed to be the bigger bruiser boy, you know. That's pretty cool. So let's go ahead and get him transformed up. So let's go ahead and pull the arms back like that. If they were pegged in, like the instructions show you, you'd have to unpeg them. Go ahead and open up the chest. Actually, give yourself a little more room. Don't pull it 100% back. There we go. And then you want to, oh, I forgot about this. Go ahead and swing the legs back and up and just position them thereabouts. Not too particular. Go ahead and drop this part down. That's going to be your waist swivel, as it were. And go ahead and flip the head back until it locks into place. There's your new Megazord head. And slide up the head crest. Close up the chest. And for right now, we're going to leave this down. Now we need to bend at the elbows so that the fists are all the way down, and then push this in to that hole there, locking that into place. Do the same thing on the other side, like so. And by the way, that looks like you broke it. You didn't. It's okay. The head is on a massive swivel backwards for some reason like that. And then you can position those however you like later on. But for now, that's our gorilla boy in combined form. Let's move on. Alright, so next up would be Gal Polar, or the polar bear, a little whitey boy. Or girl, I don't remember. I think one of them was a girl. And it's a little bitty bear. Yes, it is. Got a nice little mountain symbol there because polar, I guess. A nice metallic-y blue sticker with the gold ring and stuff like that. Once again, that would have been something I could have possibly painted, but I would doubt I could ever match that metallic blue. However, I don't think this little white section right here would have been necessary just to do that. Same thing over here. All of these bits are stickers. So is this part that comes up and over there just to get that stripe over the top. The blue eyes are painted on. This part is pre-painted. The toesies are also pre-painted in gold. You do get a little bit of articulation with the front legs. Not much. The back legs do move quite a bit more. And the mouth opens and closes. There's more gimmicks later when in combined mode. I think got a little bitty bear tail right there. And just for comparison with the white tiger, because now we got two different things, you know, similar size. And I already technically showed it, but you know, this is more of a Voltron bot. This is something else entirely, but also not the same side arm. This is technically the right arm, that's the left arm, but it is what it is. And I already showed off articulation, so that's not a big deal. No accessories for this as of yet, not until combined mode. So let's just go ahead and do the thing. Loud motorcycles. All right, push the legs up and in on the front and the back, much like that. And then you can go ahead and rotate the shoulder flare up. And by the way, since it's the right arm, you want to do that. So now you've got this pointed this way, and that's doing that. And essentially, you're kind of done. There's, I mean, a little bit more you could possibly do once you've already got it combined, but that's basically for the arm as it goes. You know, you got the exposed section there. In fact, I have it set up actually for the wrong arm. Let's turn it that way and this way, and we'll just pretend that was right all along. So that's just one of those things where it's like, you can finagle it a little bit, but that's just how the joint works. And it looks cool. By the way, silver plastic is that weird kind of sketchy metallic plastic, but it's not terrible. Same thing for the gold plastic. So I don't think you're going to have to worry about anything too bad, but I also would not use any kind of panel liner or alcohol-based paint or thinner or anything else like that on these parts, especially these joints. I bet they will easily rot away. If you wanted to panel line it, and probably an acrylic wash would work. These sections I think would be okay to panel line. I just didn't do it. It would probably be fine just to panel line it with a normal panel line marker or something that's low impact and low thinner and alcohol content. So let's move on to the other bear, because why not, right? Okay, so the dreaded thing where you have to compare, or you have to show off a black thing on a black background. I just got to keep my hands in front of it. The bears are twins. They really, frankly, don't look any different except for basically inverted colors. White and red swap, or black and red swap for white and blue. You got this cool like fire emblem sort of thing going on over here, which is pretty neat, not gonna lie. Black and gold always looks good. That's why Power Rangers does it so much. And just for a quick comparison to the other arm butt, there it is next to the blue shark. Once again, sides are different, but you know, it is what it is. And then of course I already have the other bot transformed, so you can't really look at the difference there. So what we're going to do is go ahead and transform it up the same way. Legs push in, shoulder flips up. This elbow is already in the right spot, so we don't have to mess with that. And there we go. Really no biggie. Once again, all the stickers are exactly the same. The paintwork is exactly the same. Nothing different going on here, with the exception of the colors are different. I mean, even to the point that, you know, they're just inversions of each other, and I do like the big flared shoulders, which is pretty cool. So, we're going to do something a little bit different now, because this thing has technically a couple different ways to combine it. So we're going to start with just straight up GAOMUSCLE by itself. So here is GAOMUSCLE, just regular, like just with the 3 Zords we've already got done. And what you want to do is go ahead and bring up this section kind of like to there, so that's going to be our waist swivel. Now you're already asking, wait a minute, why aren't you using the Rhino? Well, because GAOMUSCLE didn't have the Rhino. That was later when they got the Rhino and the leg medillo, and that's how they got the striker mode basically. So what we have to do is put on his bull pants, and his eagle underwear. So this is the thing they send along with this kit to kind of shortcut having a GAOMUSCLE in and of itself, assuming you didn't buy Gao King. And it's pretty good. It's pretty good representation, not gonna lie. I mean, like, most of the stickers replicate the paintwork that was on the original. You got those things, you got stickers here, you got stickers there, you got stickers there. They didn't give stickers here, which, you know, would have made more sense. But you do get these kind of ugly silvery chrome stickers for the front of the legs, but not the side of the legs. And you do get incomplete horns, stickers that go along the wings, and cover eagle head. But basically, this is your shortcut. And like I said, bull pants or bison pants, and eagle underwear. So basically, you got the same type of connector chilling right there. You also have some little hangers here. And you just come back here and kind of squidge that down as far as you can push it without going too far, because you don't want to break anything. And there's your initial combined form. And then you grab the arms, and you got 2 pegs. One there. Oops. Every now and then you're going to move the other things. So there we go. There's our basic GAOMUSCLE, and he has a whole lot of black and gold going on, but he does look really cool, if we're honest. Like, even with just the fake bull pants, which they could have at least given you stickers for the eyes of the bull. I mean, what are those, green eyes? They could have given us something for that. The cool thing is, I guess, like, these legs are big and chunky and pretty solid. I mean, they even fake the wheels on the back. All kinds of stuff. The only thing that does suck is big, open torso cavity. We'll just ignore that for the time being, right? So you have these cool shoulder rockets now that used to be the monkey feet, which are always good. By the way, pre-painted GAOMUSCLE head. There's no stickers in and around that head anywhere. Very nicely done. Of course, we know it swings way back. It does swivel. It's on a ball joint. It can move quite well. I might have missed a nub there. Feels like I did. And it does set back to give him a super barrel chest, like, which is pretty awesome. Now, the arms have a ton of articulation. So that little section there where we were messing with earlier gives you a reverse butterfly and then a hell of a swing out butterfly if you're really trying, which is absurd in its own right. You get an upward thing there, almost 90, which is crazy. However, here's the other thing. You can get more out of it just by that usage. actually in the bare butt, and then you can go way up for one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen in my life. But if you want to go around, you can do that, and even give us a high Princess Shayla. I think it was Shayla. I don't remember her name, but you're a high teacher. Don't wiggle that too much. It'll probably end up wiggling loose. You can manipulate your shoulders if you want them up a lot higher. You can just give a little bit of tilt if you want to do that. Now, if you come under here, you do get the elbow we were talking about before. Now, if you notice, there's no outward movement there. So that's where you have to kind of pick up the shoulder, and then you can utilize the elbow joint a bit. If you rotate the bare head forward, it squeezes up. However, you can also pull it down to a certain degree. It won't fall out entirely, and you can utilize the double jointed elbow and do a little bit more, which is good. And if you need to, you can swivel the whole thing outward like that, and it'll, well, if I hadn't turned it sideways, it can clear and go up out to the side, which is actually pretty neat that they even gave you this little butt flap here for the bear that allows you to do that, which is pretty cool in its own right. Well, you know, don't you think? It's pretty cool, right? Okay, so once again, it's the same on the other side. Let's just be honest, no reason to look at that. As for torso, torso gets a little weird because it doesn't just have the open torso, but if you extend it up, you can get back and forth motions there, which is pretty good. You can turn at the waist, but it is so tight, and that is only a single side connection there, so I'd be super wary about rotating it at the waist here. And then these legs are actually super weak. They're just ball joints. So these, you know, you just saw the limitations there. So it popped out, and that was it. The knees, there are no knees. There's no ankles. It just has a little bit of toe rotation for a minor A stance, and you get thigh rotation to give it in a not so boring stance. So that's actually pretty cool that you can manage that, right? Now, he does come with a weapon. Might as well show it off now. And I have no idea what it's called, but it's like a big old anchor. Call it Paul. Just saying. So, nice little thing. Real metal chain. Real fake gold metal chain. And then it's got a little peg on the end, and you can actually peg that into the bottom. I'm looking at it like the bottom of the bear jaw. So it shows you doing it this way, but it feels like it should go this way. Let's just be honest here. And then I think if you really wanted to, never mind. I was gonna say you could hold the original shark sword, but I don't know. Let's see. Let's see if you can actually. He's not gonna grip it, but it also doesn't have the hole for it. So yeah, you can technically hold that. That's kind of cool. All right. So the thing is with this, you know, there's not much going on. You can probably get it to hold it in a way, at least by the chain, if you can hook it through the teeth somehow. But for the most part, it do what an anchor do. You know, if you can get one tooth to hook through the chain, which the bottom teeth I think are pretty good at. But also just be wary that you don't want to break off one of your little bear teethums. So you can do that. Just kind of, it is heavy. Just keep that in mind. But I guess they also wanted you to be able to store this, sort of. And the instructions show it kind of back here on this thing. I guess so if you wanted to have it like a wallet and chain, you could do this number. However good it works, I have no idea. That's weird. I tried to push it through, it didn't go. If I just let it relax, it fell right in. Okay, so, I mean, like, it can, I don't know why, but you can do that. Alright, so, you're asking the question, Shoky, if it comes with bull pants, can it actually do it with the real thing? And to that I say, yes, but I haven't done that before, so this will be an interesting trip. So we have to make these bull pants come off real quick. That's not going to be easy because I pushed them all the way down. I might have to get a spudger to totally get these off. Or pick them all the way up because there's an elaborate hinge system here. I might be able to swivel it off. There we go. And this does actually have a break in it to where this splits, which is going to come in handy here in a minute. So I'm going to leave that. So we're going to set these bull pants aside, and we'll bring out the actual bull pants. And you can see the difference here, obviously. I also forgot about the fact it has like this bronze thing going on top of its head. And they didn't even give you horn fillers. Like, look at how embarrassingly similar yet different that is. Okay, so also you can just see where they skimp on details with the silver and all that. But I do find it ironic that this one they gave you silver to cover the legs, and on this one they give you black to cover the legs. But having articulation is generally the best aspect of this entire situation. Anyways, so the thing is, the part that I don't know exactly, and it's the part we're going to learn, is we have to get Mr. Eaglebutt here in the middle of this, and that's nothing I've done before. So I know that the wings have to come forward and do that. Oh, hold on. There we go. So the wings have to come forward like that. I think the legs are going to come back, but I have no idea. Might have to actually look at this up, if I'm honest. And I should have instructions here somewhere. Okay, so looks like I am mostly correct, actually, judging by the instructions here. I just kind of finagle the eagle feet down. This one wants to pop off instead of just pushing down. See, this one pushes down just fine. This one wants to pop off for some damn reason. You stay on there. You stay on there good. Okay. So we want to have the wings out. The monkey has to be up like this number. Eagle is going to go right up in there. Whoop, hello. I assume passing right behind the wings. This seems to be the only real gap there. How the fuck are you supposed to get that in there? Hold on. It's not exactly showing me what I want to see. Does it go behind the head or does it go in the gap? Okay, so it does go in the gap, but for whatever reason, that is not going in the gap. Okay, so there. That took way too much effort. I don't like when things take that much effort to do. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and close that up. Or not. What the hell? Maybe the wings need to come down. That is not going to close. Not in any shape or form. Because of that. Wait, that moves? Oh, I'll be damned. Hold on. This little guy right here flips open. I had no idea that moved. That's crazy. Okay. There we go. Now we're good. That's crazy. Okay, so that's all that. Is that always supposed to have done that? I'm just an idiot. Has that always been a part of that transformation? Okay, so once again, the feet, or at least that foot, is causing me issues. And there goes the leg. This is a problem with some of these things sometimes, guys. The pegs are so little. You know what? I'm just going to leave the damn legs off. Okay, so put the head on. Actually, you know what? I can't just leave that off. That's not going to be accurate to how the thing is supposed to function, and that would not be a fair review slash assessment. So let's just pop this bad boy back on. Although I still have no idea why that one does not fold back like it's supposed to. So that one is fine. The other one is less fine. Okay, so arms down, wings down. So there's the official. Good God. All right, bull pants. And swing the wingies in there. And now that we have a pretty solid torso bit going on, go ahead and insert that there. Now, I have not done this. This is literally the first time I'm doing this, so this is already somewhat awkward. And that's not straight. Go ahead and fix the bull head, and I think we're good. So that is gal muscle with everything in place as it should be. The only thing I can see is that you're going to lose some forward leg motion without having to move the eagle wings out of the way. But otherwise, everything else still seems to function perfectly fine. Something's a little wonky with the legs, but that seems to have been a problem before, so I don't even know. Is it because this one side came down a bit? Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, fake bull pants, real bull pants. So that's the thing. And of course, if you want to, you could swap out arms and stuff like that if you're super inclined to do so. But we'll do more of that Zord swapping here in a bit, because instead of bull pants, we now need Rhino pants. So we gotta go check out the Rhino. Let's go. Alright, so we've got the blue Rhino here, which is a pretty hefty Zord and a hell of a transforming thing. It is not easy to get this thing transformed up into Rhino mode. If you guys watch the Taro / breakdown video over on the second channel, linked at the end credits or up in the thingy, you'll see how much of a pain it is to get this. It's still not even latched 100%. But yeah, we got a lot of blue, we got a lot of gold, we got a lot of black. Got a lot of stickers, so that's a sticker, 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 sticker. They give you 2 different stickers you can choose from for that, whether you want a squared off one or a rounded one. The only thing that's painted originally is the eyes, this gold line here, these gold bits here on that part, and then the toesies. Everything else is stickers. So fun times. And if you get the legmadillo, because of course these two come together, you do get most of this silver paint already on here. You do get a big old sticker that goes across here. Adds more of that chromey look and the purple. But if you have purple paint, you could just literally just do the thing. It would be okay. You can see there's some silver that has escaped up to the top. This was pre-cut, so that nub is nothing I could do anything about right off the bat. They do also give you 2 different stickers. One that has a blank visor and one that has 2 little red eyes. So that is the thing you can choose. And one thing about these stickers, since they are really hardcore foil stickers, they really want to stick the first time. So if you mess something up, be very, very, very gentle in removing it. This guy doesn't really have much in the way of articulation, like the head. Oh, the head does move. Okay, I really couldn't remember if it did or not. So the head moves, the tail moves. Most of that is for transformation. So there's that. And he does have a little parking spot right there on top of his Rhino friend. And because we don't really have a whole lot of other Zords available at the moment, we don't really need to do the comparison. Kind of did that earlier. All right, so let's go ahead and yoink off Armadillo. That's fine. Leave that alone. And then what we want to do, as soon as it's really uncomfortable, we're going to pull back on this like so. And we're going to straighten it up like this. Going to flip this around, and it wants to only go one way, and that way is the way that does peel stickers. Go ahead and extend the whole leg up like so. Then you can fix that hip like so. Rotate at there. Rotate this up and pull up on it, and this black piece under here will come up to sort of fill out this area. And go ahead and rotate the Rhino legs up and in. There we go. That's what I want. As for the other leg, rotate at the thigh, come down, push it up. And in this case, you want to straighten this out and then flip the Rhino legs to the back. Like so. And frankly, utilizing the ankle rockers is the only way to get these things kind of straightened out. Because they have enormous feet on here, it's kind of hard to actually make do. Now, the other thing you get is what I call the little radiator piece. You see here, it's got some nice little things on it. You just want to insert this back here, just right in here, and if it's not quite fitting, you just squeeze everything back together. And there's our Rhino legs pretty much done, and you can see already how the stickers are scraping due to transformation, so I'm not going to be transforming this ever again. And grab your little leg modillo. You got some slots right here. Just go ahead and slot them all the way in, lock them into place, and there we go. There's some nice armadillo legs. And if we're so inclined, we can go ahead and do the combining thing, right? Right. I don't know why I paused just for that. Okay, so let's go ahead and do our best to pull the bison pants off. Just grip at the hips and wiggle until it breaks loose. That just sounds really strange. Okay, so pop this open. Bring out our eagle friend very carefully while absolutely destroying the stickers, because that's all this thing does, is destroy stickers. You can go ahead and close that up. Go ahead and drop it down just a little bit for accessibility. We will go ahead and take these guys off to the side, or we don't need them. And now we need our first parts forming piece that is incredibly annoying. So this extra little belly piece here just comes out of nowhere. I assume that on the original toy there was a piece like this somewhere, but in this version, this is it. So go ahead and slip it through there and peg the other one on that side. Go ahead and snug it up like that, so we have that super duper torso. And skadoosh, we have our Gao Striker. And that is pretty freaking cool Megazord, if I do say so. And I have to, because I'm the only one in this room right now. Let's squeeze that together. There we go. And let's talk about the articulation on these new legs, because things are a little bit different now. So we do have front skirt, we have side skirts. Side skirts are a sticker, they're already getting torn up, so you know what, screw it. You do get drop down hips here, which is kind of cool, so we can get a out to the side kick. I don't remember if he does a spinning kick to kill with the thing or not. I don't recall, if I'm honest with you. But you can kick plenty forward, you can kick back. There's butt flap as well. Like I said, already out to the side. You got thigh rotation, double jointed knee, I believe. Because I think, yep, so you get a double jointed knee, which is absolutely absurd. You don't even need that much knee. And you can push it back if you need to, just for the hell of it, or you can keep it tucked up nice and neat. I'm going to come to the back so you can really see what's going on back here. So you do get a ridiculous foot tilt, ankle rocking thing. It's an absurd, like, universal joint for that. Just do with it as you need to, but just be careful that you don't break anything. If you do need to prop something up, you can totally use the Rhino legs as an extra, like, prop part, which is actually pretty cool that you can do that. But because these feet are so ridiculously wide, you do have to really just be aware of the thing. So one other thing I did not show off so far is the bears actually have an attack mode, and it's this little lever guy right here. So just pull that lever down, and then it flips back, and the whole little gun thingy pops out of his mouth. That's pretty cool. And that does it for polar and for regular. I like it. So it's kind of an auto-morph feature. You just keep pulling it out, and it's on a little swivel so that it does push out. So now Now our GAOMUSCLE striker has all kinds of Second Amendment properties. That's one of the coolest and easiest jokes ever. Yes, he's super strong in the Second Amendment. Yeah. Either way, let's go ahead and compare it to normal Gao King. Okay, well, that's a nice overshadowing thing. Alright, so we can see here, now that they're next to each other, GAOMUSCLE is huge. It's friggin' huge. I think one reason why it does need like this extra little bit here is because the Rhino legs are actually taller at the hips than our good friend over there with the bison hips. And the arms are obviously redonkulous as well. I guess I could go ahead and give him his weapons. The most difficult frickin' thing ever. Like, that is just way too damn tight. Here, hold your frickin' cool sword. There we go. Frickin' cool sword. I will say, like, even though they have a similar level of posability, I really do dig the GAOMUSCLE a little bit more, because it does have a little bit more going on flex-wise. Although, yeah, because even this one, the shoulder joint is not wanting to go up like it's supposed to. There we go. Have the kitty cat roaring, because that's a much better look. There we go. That's actually how I had it before, essentially, in its old pose. And then, of course, our nice little muscle striker here. So the bears, once again, you can use their twin cannons like that, or he does have the striker weapon as well. So we want to take out our little armadillo, take out the radiator. It actually wants you to switch this up in here. So I think what it's actually kind of hinting at is that this is like a ejector of sorts, like it's sliding in and out, pushing the thing forward or back. Also, it is just a nice filler, so that's not entirely empty. So take our little armadillo, because we're going to keep calling it that. Go ahead and pull this section out and fold the tail down, fold the head in, and you kind of have to rotate that around. I don't remember. I don't think the front moves all that much. Well, I guess it does. Okay, hold on. Okay, so it just moves to there. So that becomes a little ball, and once again, it is meant to kick. It does have this little hole right here, which is meant for shala, this. I think it's this part that's supposed to plug into here. So you're supposed to be able to kind of give it like a kicking motion in a way, I think. And this section plugs in to, I believe it's these holes, like right here. I think, yeah, that would make the most amount of sense, I think. And gives you a little bit of kicking motion. So if you really wanted it to look like he had kicked it, and it's like flying at you, like get it to stand on one leg and balance, and he's like kicking that way. Actually, let's see if I can utilize that leg, kind of support it. Use that ankle better there. Actually, that kind of works. Not gonna lie, that kind of works. So get the bear up. Get the other bear going. And by the way, you can utilize that torso and turn it like that. So you can get a kick-ass, pun entirely intended, pose there. That's actually pretty cool. That's probably going to be the thumbnail. So, I mean, like, to have two big-ass, badass Megazords available. I mean, like, and to even give you a silly little prop like this to utilize an extra Zord that's not even like super important realistically is really fun. Like they could have actually, I think they should have made it a clear rod, not a black one, but that's just my opinion. You know, but the idea that they give you anything there for the striker mode is cool. I mean, even if I have that backwards, which I don't think I do, it is what it is. Get the silver kind of up there. I mean, if you could get the leg, like, really up. Let's see here. Can I get the... Yeah, just hide the... There we go. That's pretty cool. And then turn that leg that way a little bit more for support. There we go. That's pretty awesome. And it's all right. So, yeah. So for the money, this set has already been pretty awesome. And considering there was no way I could ever get a version of any of these things from Wild Force / GAORANGER, it's all been a treat for me. And then, like, the only thing that I can definitely criticize them for is the stickers. But, you know, unless you're really willing to bust out the paint and really try to color match stuff, stickers are gonna be your only way to go. And that sucks, but it is kind of what it is. Let's see here. Let's see if it's just gonna like roll out, as it were. And by the way, I forgot to show it, but you can totally do the Gao King striker. That's not a problem, and you can totally swap the bare arms over if you're interested in that too. So we can do that, no problem. Yeah, I literally was sitting there about to do pictures and forgot you could do this, which is also pretty epic. And of course, if you want to do the bull legs with those arms, you can do it. It doesn't matter. And then of course, if you wanted to do, you know, full change up and go over here and just slap these arms, they look scrawny as hell. And this is the real bull, but no with no thing, because I'm using the center torso part there. So the funny part is the center torso works best for something like this. But like, it's funny, he's still taller by a little. I guess no, actually he's not. Thought he was, but at the legs he is, which just doesn't make any sense. But I forgot to include that that to show you the Gao King striker. So I'm going to get a couple pictures of this and stuff like that for thumbnails, but for the most part, that's going to be it for this review of the GAOMUSCLE kit. And I definitely suggest these. Can't wait for the Kongazord and any other extra ones that I get. I'm not interested in the red monkey that comes with the black elephant. That's the only one I really don't care about because that was a movie exclusive. Didn't really have much to do with the actual series. And of course, that was a movie we never even got here, so it's nothing I'm super excited to get. So, and it's not worth paying extra money just to get it, you know. And I gotta wonder though, because that Zord I mistakenly thought came with more bears. It does not. It comes with these arms. So that's interesting. That's funny, just kind of kicking. It's kicking at you. And throw my armadillo at you. Alright guys, but I'll catch you on the next one. And by the way, remember, go check out the breakdown video where I show you how to take this down and turn it back to the regular Zords. And of course, if you were a channel member, then you already got my first impressions. You already got the build log, all that kind of good stuff. If you want to join the channel and help support things and actually help me buy more things like this, or even, I don't know, suggest things for me to review, like somebody's asking for Evangelion. If you were a channel member, I'd probably be far more inclined to do something like that. But as it goes right now, not so much. But I do have a lot more Gundams and everything else to build, and we'll be doing that eventually. But for now, I'll catch you guys on the next review. Remember, as always, keep on building.